Stevie Wonder.
He didn't sing. He didn't dance. He wasn't handsome. He wasn't even very good at talking. Yet, every Sunday night, for over 2 decades, 73 million Americans tuned in to watch Ed Sullivan. Why? Because the man who looked the most uncomfortable on television was secretly television's greatest risk-taker. He was the awkward king who put the Beatles on the map, fought the segregationists to showcase black talent, and died quietly fighting a secret battle. This is the story of Ed Sullivan's unlikely empire. The devastating loss that broke him, and the hidden cause of death that ended an era. Stay tuned to find out which sponsor he told to go to hell to protect James Brown. We start not with fame, but with the trauma that shaped his drive. Born Edward Vincent Sullivan on September 28, Harlem, New York. Ed came from a modest Irish-American family, but tragedy struck early. He lost his twin brother in infancy, and later, his sister. This early exposure to loss may have fueled his relentless drive to succeed and to create something permanent in a world of unpredictability. His path to the spotlight was unconventional. It wasn't through performance, but through the written word. He started as a sports writer before moving to the entertainment beat, where his column, Little Old New York, in the New York Daily News, became essential reading for Broadway elites. This gave him a unique advantage. He understood talent from the critic's perspective, not the performer's. In 1948, Sullivan made the leap to host Toast of the Town on CBS. The critics were brutal, mocking his wooden delivery and awkward posture, but Sullivan's genius was a paradox. He understood that his job wasn't to be the star. His job was to curate greatness. He let the spotlight fall exactly where it belonged, on the talent. This self-effacing style, this authenticity, is what resonated with millions of American families who welcomed him into their living rooms every Sunday. Critics called him wooden and awkward. Was Ed Sullivan's lack of showbiz polish his biggest flaw? Or was his simple, genuine awkwardness the secret weapon that made him America's most trustworthy host? Sullivan's stage was not just a variety show. It was a cultural battleground where he defined modern America. In 1955, the show was renamed The Ed Sullivan Show. The legendary moments quickly stacked up. Elvis Presley scandalized the nation with his hips. But the biggest earthquake hit in 1964, when the Beatles made their American television debut on his stage. 73 million viewers tuned in. That night was more than television. It was a cultural transition, defining the generational divide and proving the unstoppable power of rock and roll. Every major star, from the Rolling Stones to Barbra Streisand, passed through that stage. This is the deeper, more profound legacy. At a time when racial segregation still gripped much of America, Ed Sullivan used his stage to break barriers. He welcomed black performers like James Brown, Nina Simone, Sammy Davis Jr., The Supremes, and Stevie Wonder. He faced intense pressure from sponsors and Southern affiliates who wanted the show to remain safe for white audiences. But Sullivan wouldn't budge. To him, talent had no color. This wasn't merely casting. This was a powerful, silent act of social advocacy. He was known for holding grudges and being intense behind the scenes. But when it came to integrity and talent, he was unwavering. Interactive question. Ed Sullivan risked his show's massive advertising revenue to protect black performers from racist sponsors. In the history of television, does his silent stand for racial equality outweigh his legacy of launching the Beatles? After 2 decades of cultural dominance, Sullivan's final years were marked by professional betrayal and private devastation. After 23 years and over 1,000 episodes, The Ed Sullivan Show came to an abrupt end in 1971. Changing tastes and the network's push for younger demographics shifted the priorities. Sullivan was crushed by the cancellation. For a man whose life revolved around that Sunday night stage, the network's decision was a deep professional betrayal. He refused to film a farewell episode, stepping away quietly because the silence was deafening. Sullivan had helped shape CBS and they discarded him. The professional heartbreak was quickly followed by personal devastation. In March 1973, his beloved wife, Sylvia, died suddenly from a ruptured aorta. They had been inseparable, and her loss left him deeply shaken. The following year, Sullivan received the final, private blow. He was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. He chose to keep the condition private. To the public, he appeared to be battling a stubborn stomach ulcer, unaware of how serious his illness truly was. On October 13, 1974, Ed Sullivan passed away in New York City at the age of 73. He died quietly, just as he had exited his show with dignity and without fanfare. His funeral, held at St. Patrick's Cathedral, drew thousands of mourners. Ed Sullivan was the ultimate master of ceremonies, understated, unwavering, and unforgettable. He wasn't flashy, but he had vision. The man who brought the biggest, loudest talents to America's stage ultimately suffered and died in private silence. He didn't crave fame or applause. He simply wanted to bring talent to the stage, and in doing so, he helped shape a generation of music, comedy, and culture. Did you grow up watching The Ed Sullivan Show? Do you have a favorite performance or memory of that stage? Let us know what you loved most about Ed Sullivan in the comments. And if you appreciate this look into television history, please like and subscribe to keep his remarkable memory alive.